Hello, and welcome to This Board Game Life. I'm your host, Mark, and today I'm starting a new series that I call Shelf of Shame Play. This is where I will get a game that has sat on my shelf for some time and get it to the table. Last year, I set a goal of playing 400 games, busted that wide open, and I did not set a goal this year. And today I decided, you know what? I need to make a list of all the games I have yet to play that are on my shelf and play them or purge them, right? So I've made my list and I'm going to start today with Dice Command. This was designed by Sam Crystal and Tyler Holman. Tyler also did the art, and this game was published by Ejected Planet in 2021. Now, Dice Command is a semi-abstract tactical war game for 2 to 4 players. Each game, players will go head-to-head in a tug-of-war style battle to fuel the war machine. Players carefully build up their army and technology while simultaneously adjusting to the movements of their opponents on the battlefield. Deciding when to attack and when to defend can mean the difference between victory and defeat. To win the game, players must fight through their opposing players' forces and claim that opponent's barracks. So let's get to the table. All right. Oh, and my camera. Did I move it? Must have bumped it. Actually, I can shift. Let me shift just a little bit over. Thought I had it lined up, and I'm off just a bit. So I've got the game set up. I'm set up for a 2-player game. There's actually another board piece. So when you've got 4 players, you will have twice the amount of board space, essentially. But I'm just doing a 2-player game, and I'm all set up for that. So, and I got to say, this is cool. I didn't realize when I bought this. I bought it at a retail store, but this was a Kickstarter edition. So a couple things that are different is there's a mini expansion, a special operations deck that I'm not going to use, but I did get that with the game. I've got this. I've seen some versions of this game. I think this might have been a reprint or maybe brought over in the States by Ejected Planet. But I've seen like a different publisher and bigger boxes. So, but this is the one that I've got. And what's kind of cool is the game comes with, oh yeah, so here's the other board. So you would set this up, I think like this. So you would double the size of the board and you can play 4-player. And I believe it's still like a 2v2 type of thing when you're doing that, when you've got the 4 players. But it's kind of cool that the game comes with 4 boxes that to store like this, right? So you open them up and then each one becomes a dice tray itself. These are pretty good thick boxes, but each one becomes a dice tray for the player. There are 4 colors. Like I'm going to play blue versus red today. I also have green and black dice that are available for alternate player colors. But the first player token is set of dog tags. So I don't know if this is in the retail or if this is Kickstarted only. I don't know. But this I thought was kind of cool considering it's a war game. All right. So everything's set out. I have not played this game before. This is my first run through. But hey, it's a Shelf of Shame video. So we're gonna get them out to the table and we're gonna play them. Excuse me. So we'll see how things go. So again, I got the dice. I got my dice. Each player gets 10. You start with 5 in your barracks. You got to try to recruit more. You have a headquarters, which you can conscript. You got financing, research, and development, both sides. There's these tactical advantage cards at the top. These are research tokens. This is coin. These are landmines. And those are, I already forgot, repair tokens or sabotage tokens. So I might be referring to the book from time to time. And then in spot 1, we have a field hospital and a tank factory. In spot 2, that whoever gets control of that particular spot gets to take these actions. So those, you're going to be basically fighting over those. So I've already predetermined that blue will go first. I'm going to have blue represent myself. Red's going to just represent my other player. They get an additional coin to start. And what I'm going to do, I've got a couple. I've got this. This is the turn phase. So you're going to resolve start of turn effects. Then you're going to roll all the units that are in your barracks. Then we're going to assign by the units, credits, and research. And we're going to resolve any of those assigned actions in any order. We're going to then advance by any deployed units. That is optional. And then you're going to refresh the tactical advantage cards at the top. And then on the other side, it does show how to deploy in advance. So I'll kind of talk about this. I have that one right here as well. But you're going to have three types of units in this game. There is light infantry, so a dice out on the board of a 1, 2, and 3 is a light infantry. 4, 5, and 6 is a heavy infantry. And if you have armor, then you will stack your dice, 2 dice on top of each other to signify that is heavy armor division. Sorry, not heavy infantry, but armor. So like a tank. And essentially what I'm trying to do is I want to get behind enemy lines over here. I want to get any 4 units behind the lines to win the game. My enemy's trying to get over here as well. Okay, and then this is my front line on each side. The little white is the front line where you're going to deploy. So let's give it a shot and see how well I do at this. Hopefully I won't make too many mistakes. So I don't have any start of turn effects because there's nothing here that signifies start of turn, and I don't have anything on the, so we skipped that on the very first. So I'm going to roll my units in my barracks. Okay, now I've got 6, 4, 2, 1, 1. Oh, another thing to remember that I'll try to remind myself is when I'm deploying dice, you can't deploy a dice number that is already out on the board. Now, in combat, if you have a number 3 and then you have a 6 and the 6 goes into combat and ends up losing 3, you can have, then it becomes a 3. So you can have those 2, but I couldn't deploy another 3 or another 6 if I have a 6 and a 3 already out there. So just a kind of one of those rules of battle, probably to make sure people don't just keep putting 6s out to, and to mix the light and heavy infantry with the armor division. So all right, so let's do this. So the first thing I think I want to do, there are upgrades here, so I can get upgrade tokens. Once I have enough, I think I need to place an upgrade token on this to flip like the financing over, and then you have more options. So each card can be upgraded to another side, which makes them better. So, all right. So let's see what we're going to do. I need to put dice into the headquarters to deploy and advance units. So I can deploy up to 2 and advance a unit. I don't have upgrade tokens. To get those, I need to do a research. So I'd have to put 2 dice into here. So I think I'm going to just put 2 dice here, which will give me a research token. Okay. Well, I'm going to assign them first, right? I'm just assigning them all. And then I'm going to resolve my actions in any order. So I'm going to just assign the stuff. I'm going to spend this money because I can put $1 here to conscript a unit. So I will get another dice on my next turn. And if I spend 2 more, I get then it's like one. I'd have to spend $3 to get 2 units. So I'm just going to hold that. I can deploy. I can gain another $1. And I think I want to deploy 2 units, right? I think I'm deploying the dice. I'm deploying those particular dice out to the field. Let me just double check. I'm pretty sure that's what I'm doing. Oh, deploying. So you may never deploy into an enemy zone. You cannot deploy a unit whose face value is the same as one of yours already. During the assign phase, assign the units you want to deploy to a deploy assignment space. The value of the unit is represented what type of unit will be on the battlefield. I'm thinking that's just I'm putting those out. Okay, so those are my 5 things. So I'm going to get. So now I'm going to resolve, assign the actions in any order. So in here, I need a upgrade token, but to get my research and development to atomic warfare, I need to place 2 reserve units behind enemy front lines. It takes 5 tokens. So if I had 5 research tokens, I can deploy 2 there. But I'm going to get my research token. Okay, those guys go back to the barracks. This guy's going to give me $1, give me a coin. This one is going to give me an additional unit into my barracks. And then I'm deploying these 2 so I can put them out in my. I'm going to put them like this, I think. Actually, I think I'll put it here. We'll go like that. We'll see what happens. Okay, so now I've got less dice to roll next time, but I have 2 units out. Oh, and I also could have done this. I forgot. When I'm putting dice, I can put dice up into the tactical advantage cards. So deal 3 damage to all units and 3 spent. Okay, that's a flamethrower. Cost $2. This one says destroy an enemy armored division top unit that is up to 2 spaces away from a light infantry unit you own. Tank hunters. And the espionage, steal a research token from an enemy. Oh, one thing I could have done, I could have put 1 dice here to gain another research token, or I could have done this here. I could have. I think you have to fill that though. You got to fill that to gain that. So I don't want to do that. All right. So I think that's it. All right. So then I can deploy units. I can advance my deployed units, and my light infantry, which is a 1, 2, and 3, which I do not. They can move up to 2 spaces. The heavy infantry has no special abilities. Also, your armor division doesn't take any damage from light infantry. I can't advance the heavy. I'm pretty sure they don't advance. Well, no. Let me double check. Trying to remember. Advancing. All units currently deployed, even those deployed this turn, may take a free advance. Oh, yeah, they can take a free advance action. Okay. So they can go 1 space. So these 2 can both move 1 space. And they can move forward or they can move diagonally. So but you can't move backwards. All right. So now I'm going to tactical advantage cards. So because none were used, you take the far right one, you discard it, you slide these down, and you pull another one out. All right. And now we go to the other side. So now red, they don't have any start of turn actions, so they're going to roll their dice. And we're going to assign. We want to get at least 1 to deploy. We want to conscript for sure. I think. I wonder if we should script 2 units. And then. So we're just. Well, we can't do anything. We could deploy those. So we could do that. Let's try that, see what happens. Okay. So now we're going to resolve these. So we're going to conscript. These guys come back. These guys come back. Oh, whoops. Those were dice. I'm sorry. I need to pay. I got to pay monies. Did I pay money or I may have put a dice there. I may have already messed up. I think I put a dice there. I started with 3. I gained a 1. I should have lost 1, but I messed up my dice. I put a dice there by mistake. Duh, these things are listed. Okay, so let's put. Let's see. We're gonna do this. Okay, so he's gonna spend. So we're gonna earn a research token. He spent $3 to gain two more units. Then we are deploying those 2. How do I make them? Do I just take, if I want to deploy 2, I can just stack them? Oh, I couldn't do that anyways because they're both the 4s. So I think I could put them like that into a tank. Armor division units count as their top unit's value, not their total for this restriction. Its strength is 12 engaged in combat, but its unit value is still considered 6. So that gives me a total value of 8 with there. Hopefully I'm doing this correctly. I'm pretty sure, yeah, you just stack up. You just take the 2 dice and stack them. All right. And then he's going to advance. Well, he can advance. So he's going to advance because I used that spot to advance. Then we're going to advance deployed units. He can advance 1 more. And then, we didn't even use the cards. So again, we're going to refresh this row. Keep forgetting to look up here and use these cards. Again, first time playing this at all. I have not played this game at all. So, and this yellow dice here is it's a damage dice, so it'll come into play at some point. All right, so it should go back to me. 1, 2, 3, 4 dice. I put 2 out, but I conscripted 1, right? That'd have been 6, 2, 4. Why am I? Oh yeah, I'm okay. I think I'm okay. Just trying to make sure I didn't mess it up. All right, resolve start a turn. I don't have any started turns. I'm going to roll. I only have 4 now. So we could deploy these because I could do it as a tank. It would be the 3, but still a power of 9. I'm going to conscript a total of 2 units. And I think I'm going to get another research token. So we'll go with that and see. I keep forgetting. Look up here. Force deploy the assigned unit. You may increase all other. Force deploy the assigned unit. You may increase all other deployed unit values by 1. Oh. So that one has to be a 5 or higher. So if I put the 6 there. Okay, so let me just back up because I want to look at those. If I put a 6 there. Then I could force deploy that assigned unit, and I may increase all other units by 1, which I can't increase a 6, and that would put a 6 out, so I can't do that. Return up to 3 deployed units you own from the board back to your barracks. Gain 1 credit for each one returned. Oh, that's a retreat, tactical retreat. And he does have a research token. If rolled value, okay, so I can steal a research token from an enemy. Then I roll the d6. If the rolled value is greater than or equal to the assigned total to the assigned total, destroy a unit assigned to this card. If the rolled value is greater than or equal to the assigned total. So basically I got to assign 2 dice to it. One has to be at least a 1. So I could put I'd have to roll, I put my 4s, my 2s in there and $1. Then I'd have to roll. The roll that is greater than or equal to this assigned total. Destroy a unit assigned to this card. I'm assuming that would be it says destroy a unit. If the rolled value is greater than or equal to the assigned total, destroy a unit assigned to this card. I am not really understanding what they mean by that. Espionage. Let's see if they break down exactly what that card. I don't think they do. This talks about your cards. Additional, some minefield, tactical advantage cards. See what I don't. If I'm taking this card, if I'm putting my stuff here, and I could steal this, and then roll a 6. If the rolled value is greater than or equal to the assigned total, then destroy a unit assigned to this card. I would think I would be destroying one of my own dice to gain a thing. Oh, so I would want to put as many. I got it. So I'm putting my own dice here, paying $1. The whole point is risk reward. So I could put, this one must mean it has to be a 1. I thought that the numbers they could be higher if the pips. So that's probably a 1 that you have to put there. Then you can put anything else here. So if I put another 1 and paid $1 and I rolled a 2 or greater, then I'm going to lose. One of those 2 units. That's what's going to happen. So you want to put high numbered dice there. So if I put a 1 and a 6, then I would say I am not going to lose anything because it's a 6-sided die. So you want to have higher numbers there. All right. To steal that. So basically you're assigning them there, spending $1 to steal that, and hopefully not getting. So, but now I need to see, does the pip require the 1 number? Or does that require. I don't think they cover that in this book. It's the setup. So the chevron, here we go. Tactical advantage cards. The requirements, let's see. So this says a 3, but it has a chevron lower than or equal to. Oh, okay. Higher than or equal to. Okay, so it would have a chevron. So that does require a dice of 1. I need to have a 1 there, anything in there. This does require it to be a 5. So, and then that's obviously an odd number. So I don't want to return. I'm obviously not going to, I don't have a single die. So I think we're going to put these like I had, do these, and I'm going to conscript 2 more. So this is what I'm going to do. So let's resolve the action. So I'm going to go ahead and resolve these to gain an upgrade token. I spent this money to get 2 units. So 2 more dice come in. And now I'm going to deploy. I can deploy a 3, but I can't deploy my 6. So what I'm going to do is do it this way. so that I am. It's a 3 is the unit, the one that's on top, but he has a strength of 9. All right. So now I can deploy units. So all of these can move up 1. And then I can refresh the tactical advantage cards. This was not used. They shift down. Okay, so I'm starting to get the hang of this. Probably doing it all wrong. So now I guess I gotta, if I could put an upgrade on here, I think I could just upgrade these right now. Let me just, I think that's all I got to do is, I don't know if I have to put the money out there. Let me double check. So if I'm upgrading allows me to improve or gain actions and abilities on a command card for the rest of the game. Assigning the required number of research tokens to the upgrade spot. Okay. At the end of the resolve phase, it's the end of phase 4. Once all other actions have been, you'd spend the research tokens to flip it. Okay. You may use the non-upgraded side's actions on the same turn you plan on upgrading your command. You may not use the upgraded side. So yeah, you gotta. Okay. So you gotta upgrade it, and then your next turn it will be upgraded. So that's what we're gonna do. All right. So let's go back to the red player. Red player has no starts of actions. So roll their dice. See what he's got. All right. So I think he wants to upgrade his headquarters. So let's do that. Let's conscript another unit. He's got a 4 out there, so we could deploy a 6. We can't deploy another 4, so we can maybe get money. Let's get a couple more tokens. And I don't want to return. Force deploy the assigned unit on top of any infantry unit you own. This unit may not be deployed. Force deploy this assigned unit on top of any infantry unit. And the 6 is a heavy infantry. So we could do this. And then we can deploy him, and then he can go down there. So we have basically turns it into 2 armored. Okay. So we're going to gain a research token. We are going to gain 1 credit. We are going to spend this to gain a unit. We are going to deploy this guy. And then this was used. And so, whoops, that was a 3 that was on there. So force deploy the assigned unit on top of an infantry unit on top, just like that. So now that was used. Okay. Now, and then we're going to, this was upgraded. We're going to flip his over. So now it says deploy and advance units. So you can deploy 2 in advance. The other side is you can sabotage an enemy unit or credit assignment space for $2. You can still deploy, but now you can advance twice. But for $2, you can sabotage an enemy unit or credit assignment space. I don't know what that means. I'll have to look that up. Okay. So he did that. Now he can deploy his units or advance his units. We'll do the refresh. Since one was used, that one doesn't have to come off. Okay, so one thing I'll look at that when I come back. I don't have any start of actions. I'm going to roll my 4 units. You need 5 to upgrade your research. You need 5 of these suckers. I think I'm going to upgrade conscription and financing. I think I'm going to upgrade those and see how that goes. I'm going to deploy a number 5. Deal 4 damage to all units in a 2x2 area. So there's nobody in a 2x2 yet. Force deploy the assigned unit. You may increase all other deployed units by 1. You know what? Maybe we're going to do this instead. We put this here, and we can force deploy the assigned unit. The 5 will force out here. And I can increase all the others. So he can go to 4, he can go to 5. He would still stay there. Oh, but then that would be another 5. But that should be okay because I can deploy it. There's not, but then the result of that is all others will increase. Again, it's kind of like if you are in battle, then that's fine. So that would probably be a good one to use. But I couldn't do a 5 out there. So let's do him as a research token. The 3 is already out there. And let's get some money. And let's pull in another unit. I think that's a good. Okay. So let's assign action. So we're going to spend this to gain a unit. We're going to assign units to generate credits. So we're going to get $1. We're going to gain a research token. Okay. And then assign actions in any order. We're going to force deploy this guy. We're going to put him here. Then everybody else gets to go up. So he's going to go up to 4. He's going up to 5. Okay. And then I do that after. What was I looking at? Something I was to do after the. I already forgot. Something about. Oh, upgrades. The upgrades are after the resolve phase, I think. I think that's what yeah, the upgrade. At the end of the resolve phase of your turn, yeah, once all other actions. So now I can upgrade my conscription. So now, yeah, I can deploy a lot cheaper and get more people. Plus, I can force deploy a value 1 unit from my reserve. And then my financing, I get a couple more dollars. It's going to gain it, so it improves my money situation. And if I have 4 credits in your barracks at the start of your turn, I gain a credit. So if I have 4 of these, then I gain 1. Okay. So I can advance my units. So we're going to advance. We are going to advance. Okay, so I got to think about this. This. So he's a 4+. So this guy's an 8, essentially. So I could attack him with one of these. I would lose my 6, but he'd be down to 2, and then the 5 could attack him to get rid of his tank. So that might be okay. I refresh tactical cards. I did use the morale boost. This will slide. There we go. Flamethrower. Okay, so he does not have any start of turn effects. Gonna roll his units. All right, and then assign him. Oh, I wanted to see what the sabotage an enemy, which is probably you put one of those markers on there, and where it says credit assignment space. I don't know what that means. Sabotage. So if an assignment space has a sabotage token, it may not be assigned. I'm sorry. If an assignment space has a sabotage token, it may not be assigned to. May not be assigned to. May not be assigned to. To remove a sabotage token, you may assign a unit to the token. Sabotage token will then be removed during the resolve phase. For example, Sabotage a unit. So for $2, you can put a sabotage an enemy unit, or you can sabotage an enemy unit or credit assignment space. So that's probably one of the one of these assignment spaces to keep them from being able to do that. Now, to remove a sabotage token, you may assign a unit to the token. The sabotage token will then be removed during the resolve phase. So you're basically not going to get it. So in here, they're showing this player's advanced assignment space has been sabotaged. Therefore, they will not be able to assign to that space as usual. They may assign a unit to token. Then during the resolve of their turn, the turn is removed from the unit and is returned to the barracks. So they don't. So you're using these to clog up the enemy's spots. So they can spend $2 to sabotage an enemy unit. So what happens if you sabotage a unit? Doesn't talk about that, or I'm not seeing that. That's talking about sabotaging. So that's talking about this space. Okay. So sabotage action allows the player to place a sabotage token on a unit or credit assignment space. See page 12. Well, that's what I just read. But it doesn't talk about what happens if you sabotage a unit. It doesn't talk about sabotaging a unit. I mean, these are units, right? Your dice are units. Place your units, which is your dice. So if you sabotage a unit, what happens? Huh. That's interesting. Does it just take their, like, it's just running? I wonder if it just takes their, if it sabotages them, does it destroy them, or does it take them down a bit? Oh, place it on any unit or credit assignment space in an enemy's command center. So the sabotage doesn't go out on the board. It's just in their centers, in one of their command centers. You can put it on a unit, and then you'd have to put another dice on top of that to remove it. You may assign a unit to the token. The sabotage token will then be removed during the resolve phase. So it's kind of weird. So do you lose both? The token that was there, or the one that you? I'm gonna say if I have a token here and they put a sabotage, well, that wouldn't be. Why would there be a unit sitting there on their turn? I don't think you can put it on a unit. There shouldn't be a unit sitting here. I'll have to read about that later. I'm not going to bore you guys with those details. I'll look that one up later. I will play it as you put it in here to hold up. All right. So I already forgot. So I think it's Red's turn, I believe, and that's why I was looking this up to see. So I think I threw the dice for Red. All right. So let's assign some stuff. Let's upgrade let's upgrade finance. We're going to spend this to conscript a guy, and then we can deploy a 6. We can deploy a 5. I think we're going to do this. Oh, I forgot to look up here. I don't have $2. That's an even and $1, so there's no more money. Deal 4 damage to all units in a 2x2. Whoa. Okay, so if he put his... Oh, he could spend this $1. And he could he could put this here and this. Then he would deal 4 damage to all units in a 2x2 area. 1, 2, 3, 4. See, it's a 2x2. So he would do 4 damage to both of them. I don't like attacking myself, but that's what I would do. So we're going to do that. So we're going to gain $1, and gain a credit. We are going to put the 6 guy out here. So we're going to put him there. Put this 5 out. Put him there. We're going to put him over here. We're going to upgrade his finance. And then he'll come back. This is spent. And it's going to deal 4 damage to all units in a 2x2. So he's going to go down to a 2. He's going down to a 1. And it was a precision airstrike. And he just, oh, shoot. I think there was a 3 on top of that. I think that's what I had on there. I bumped it. I guess that's the kind of one down. We got to be careful not to bump your dice. Okay, so resolved any actions. We can advance. So he's going to advance right here. He's going to advance. They're going to advance. They're heavy. Now, these guys can't do anything to him because that's now a tank. They're going to refresh the tactical cards, which I just did. Okay. Now, I believe combat is when you basically want to move into their space. That initiates the combat. So I don't think just being... When a unit advances into an occupied enemy space, they engage in combat. So they haven't, but now they have number 2. So they have the tank factory. So they may deploy armored divisions behind or beside this facility. They may deploy armored divisions behind or beside that facility. So they can put a tank right there. So I wonder if this pulls from here. Ooh, we're down to 2 dice. Okay, well, we'll see what happens. Because the other thing too is when we get into battle, anything lost goes back here, and you have to conscript to get them back into your barracks. All right, so it is my turn, and I think I'm going to lose some stuff here. So I do want to upgrade my headquarters. I need to do that. I also need to conscript. I need more money though. Those guys are going to get lost. So but the thing is if he moves out of that tank factory, then he doesn't have that. He has to be sitting there to keep this. So, all right, it's my turn. I'm going to deploy my 6 back out. I might just do this, deploy another armored unit. That'll be an 11. Put the 6 on top of the 5. And I can advance them and get $1. Or return up to 3 deployed units from your barracks again. Oh, you know what? We're going to do this right here. So I can return these guys back because they're going to get destroyed. So I can return them back to my barracks instead of them going here, and I gain a credit for each unit returned. That's what we're going to do. We're going to avoid combat here. And I can't do damage because these are light infantry, and I cannot do any damage to the armored with a light. I need the heavy infantry to do damage. Does not take armor, does not take advantage. Yeah, does not take damage, must deploy this. Okay, so we'll do this. We paid that to gain a unit. we are going to deploy these two as a tank. And then we're going to advance. I want to advance this guy right here. We're going to upgrade the headquarters. Okay. And then I can advance it. Oh, I'm going to pull these guys back. So I'm going to gain a credit for each unit returned. So that's 2 credits. And now I can advance my units. So I'm going to move him up, and then I'm also going to move him here. So now what's going to happen is my total damage is, I've got a 9. He's at an 8. So what's going to happen is he's destroyed, and I go down to a 1. So this becomes a light infantry. So we had basically 2 tanks. Mine was 1 point higher. You do the damage just based on the number of the strength. He had 8, I had 9, I had 1 left over. So I now have the light infantry sitting on the tank factory. So there we go. That's combat. Real simple. The combats are very easy. All right. And then tactical advantage cards. I used one, right? Yeah, I pulled back this one. I used this one. So to pull my guys back. Which I guess I probably didn't have to do because I could have let them sit and then did this and still had those guys sitting there. But it gave me money back to just pull them, and I have the dice. I have more dice to roll. So who knows? Could have left the guys out, but all right. So let's move over back to this guy. He has no start of actions. He's only got 2 here. So we got a 5 and a 4. He can deploy the 4, but he can't deploy the 5. He's only got 1 credit. He's going to have to conscript. And I think what he just might do is get a research token, because we're going to want to upgrade this guy as well. I think that's all we're going to do. Place this card in your barracks. After resolving it, you may discard it during your roll phase to reroll any number of dice in your barracks. Deal 3 damage to all units in the 3 spaces in front of a unit. So that doesn't work. Place up to 3 mines on open spaces surrounding a unit you own. So he could put 3 mines right there. Now, I think it's okay for you to go across the mine, but your enemy can't. Because why would you block yourself in? Yeah, you never know. Spaces with mines can be advanced or deployed onto. If either of these occur, resolve the mine against that unit. Oh, whenever a unit occupies a space of mine, the unit damage occurs d6. So you... Okay, so I think really what I would want to do is, like, this guy might want to put some mines around him, but you can still move diagonally. So, like, I might want to put one here and here, maybe just right across the front, because then he would take damage rolling into it. Does him no good at this point, because he's not protecting anything. So we're going to go with this. We're going to gain a unit. He's going to gain a research token. And that's it. That's all he has on his turn. Now he can advance his units. He's going to do this. And then these guys can each move up 1. Okay. That's it for his turn. So I may deploy armored divisions. I can deploy an armored division right there. Okay, so that's what that means, but all right. So okay, I might want to do that. So I think we're going to deploy I wonder if I'm doing that wrong. I think I might have been doing this wrong. I was putting units. I think I have to assign 2 dice to the headquarters to deploy that as an arm. Okay. So I got to remember I have to put it in as an armored unit here to deploy it. So I'm going to deploy that one. That's a 9. I'm going to stick him right in front of that guy. Then I need more research. The rest of it now is just to get these guys to upgrade this guy. All these guys have been upgraded. I could sabotage, or I could get 2 more units. I might as well pay to get 1. I only have 1 out there. And then I'm going to pay $1 for the minefield. You may deploy behind or beside this facility. You can't move sideways. So I got to keep that in mind. Your movement is forward or diagonal. You can't move sideways or backwards. So straight or diagonally? Diagonally. Yeah, it's just so I got to be careful where I put him. All right. So I got 3 more I can do. Okay. So let's go ahead with 1 more research. Oh, I can't deploy the 5. I have to do it this way. I have to deploy the 4. Let's gain a credit. All right. Oh no, we need to go up there. I need to put, we're going to just go here. I'm going to gain $2 more. I think I'm going to do this instead. Not worry about that yet. Okay. So, all right. So let's do this. We are going to first deploy this. I think I'm going to put it, hold on. Before I do, I'm going to do the mines. So I'm going to place up to 3 mines on open spaces surrounding a unit you own. So he's going to want to come in. I wanted to put one right there where he's at. But, all right. Okay, so that's out. We're going to deploy behind it because I think he's probably going to move in. Take that out. And then he'll be able to deploy on his turn. Well, he won't because, because I'll lose that. Then I can come in there and probably take it back. And then $2. And conscript a unit. And that's it, right? Refresh this. Oh no, it's not it. I can advance my units. So we're going to move him and him. Refresh the cards. Okay, so now it's back to this guy's turn. So he has no start of turn actions. 4, 2, and a 1. We're going to do this. And that all costs money, which he doesn't have. He needs to gain money. Okay. Sign. So we're going to deploy this guy here. And then we are going to gain a credit. He needs to get conscription going. And then we can advance. So these can both advance 1. He can advance 1. He's going to roll in here. He's going to take a damage. And he's out. Oh, you know what he should have done? I should have... Oh, no, you can't. I had to advance. I had to resolve those first. So I had to deploy him first. Then I can advance. And now the tactical refresh, which we didn't use any. Our guy comes off. Okay. All right. What to do? What to do? Yeah, 4 by... Ooh. Ooh, mines would get destroyed if I did that. But I could do right here. So we're going to put an even. Oh, we have one even. Spend $1 to do a precision airstrike. Oh, geez, can you only pick one tactical? Oh, I don't have enough. Like, I wonder if you can only do one of these. I wonder if you can you only do one tactical advantage card at a time? That could get pretty brutal if you had money. Like, I could, if I had another $1, I could do a frag grenade and a precision airstrike and wipe all of these guys out, wipe them completely out. I wonder if you can only do one at a time. Tactical advantage cards. Just says indicates you may instead gain a research to okay. Any resource in the card requires. Units, credits, and you're assigning all units in your barracks. It just says you're assigning them. Roll all of them. Place units, credits, from your barracks onto actions you wish to take during your turn using command cards, the current available tactical advantage cards, or facilities you currently control. If the action, or to the facilities you owe, the action has a specific requirement. Run a credits file. There's requirements. Ha, man, I wish I had another $1. I would be able to totally wipe this guy out in one turn. I mean, he's gonna get reduced to a 1 and a 2, but I could have spent $2 to also frag this area and wipe him completely out. So, all right. So I still got more stuff to do. 654, 6542. I think we need to do some more financing. Let's do a couple more upgrades and more credits. Get another upgrade. All right, so first thing we're going to do is gain a credit. We're going to gain a research token. And we are going to deal 4 damage. Everybody in a 2x2 grid. So he's going to go down to 2 and a 1. Okay. All right, and then my units can advance. So I can advance into there, into there. Now, after surviving an engagement on your turn, you may increase your participating unit's value by 2. It's a field hospital. So after surviving any engagement on my turn, I may increase my participating unit's value by 2. So I'm going to engage here. So I've got a 9. He's got an 8. Oh, he's got another 8 and 9. So I'm going in there. So he's getting wiped out. I'm going down to a 1. But I get to increase it by 2, so he's going to end up as a 3. Nice, I like that. Because that's on my turn. Engagement on your turn. So if he attacks me, this doesn't work. So, because I probably would lose, I may lose this. All right. And then Tactical Advantage refresh. It's kind of cool game. This would be really fun with, especially if you had 4 players where it's 2 versus 2v2. So I might have to get Nick in, and Nick and I might have to duke this out. Okay, so back to the red team. He has no start. He's got to roll as one guy. He's got 4. He needs to conscript more units. He needs to upgrade the conscription. And does he deploy? I can't deploy the 4. So all I can do is try to gain $1. That's all he can really do. 3 or less. Nope. Places card. That's not really helpful. So, all right, we're gonna go with this, and we'll do this. So we're gonna gain a coin, 1 credit, and spend a credit to gain a unit. We're gonna upgrade conscription. All right, and now he can move these guys. He's not going to move these guys at all because he's going to lose them. So he's going to move this guy up. That makes no sense to attack because he'd take 3, take this guy down to 2. I guess that he could come up and then take him down and then move this guy in a future turn to attack and take him out. So maybe it's worth it, but I think I'm going to hold. Trying to think of just from his perspective. Does he want to sacrifice those guys to take those down? Because then he could move this guy up and come over. But he's got these guys here. They're going to end up wiping him out anyways. So I'm not sure what's the best option here. It's tough when you're playing both sides. So I think I'm going to let him sit. And no, we're gonna attack. I think taking him down might be the best. There's nothing these guys can do. So he can attack this guy. He's gone. He's going to come down to 3. He's going to attack him. Takes him down to 2. I think that's his best option. And then refresh the tactical cards. We didn't use any. All right. Okay. I can deploy armored division by that guy. But basically it would be there to hold that. If they moved in, it would just be to wipe him out. I really kind of want to, I think, come over here. So can do a 4 and a 6. I got a couple 1s. Steal a research token from an enemy. He doesn't have it, but I could take a research token. So I could use the top thing. I could just put 2 dice out there and $1 to take another research token. Or I need 3 or less. Destroy an enemy armor division's top unit that is up to 2 spaces away from a light infantry unit. Oh. So you need to have a 3 or less. I can destroy an enemy's armored division's top unit that is up to 2 spaces away then from a light. So that would become either a heavy or light infantry unit. And I could take, I'm going to not do the frag grenade at this point. Because that would remove the mines. I want to keep the mines there. Let's go ahead and get 2 more units. Get another research token. I think we'll go with that. Okay. So we're going to deploy a 4. Deploy number 4 right there. We are going to conscript 2 more guys. We're going to get another research token. And we are going to destroy an enemy armor division's top unit. So that goes away. So, oh, now he's a light. Okay. Yeah, now he's toast. And now I can deploy I can advance my units. So I could move right in front of him. I think I'm just going to go here. Well, I think I want to maintain those 2 spots. So let's just move him up and move him up. Refresh the CODs. Okay. Four and a 2. He needs to conscript units. So he has got to do that. Whoop, that was a 4. I've got to put the 4 out. Could put him as an advancing him as well. I think that's all I'm going to do. So we're going to conscript a unit. We're going to deploy the 4. We are going to advance him. And then these guys can move a space. And none of these were used, so the frag grenade goes away. Oh, he should have he didn't have any money. He had $1. Okay. Oh, roll, baby, roll. All right. Deal 6 damage to all units surrounding a unit you own. To all units. So, nope. That's danger close. That's kind of cool. Force deploy the assigned unit. You may increase all other deployed unit values by 1. So I'd have to put a 5 there. Oh, yeah. Let's do that. That's a good one because then he would become a 5. He'd become a 3. He'd become a 4. I like that morale boost card. All right. And then espionage. Steal a research token from the enemy. So I'd have. He doesn't have one, but I could still put low stuff there in $1 to get another token. But I don't have $1. I can just stick 3, 2. I can't. I could just do this. I can't deploy a 3 or a 2. I could deploy a 1. I can do that. All right. So we are going to force deploy the signed unit. Increase all others by 1. So he's going to become a 5. He's going to become a 4. He's going to become a 3. And he doesn't change. Well, I wonder if... Yeah, he should. You can change the bottom one. It'll become a 12. I don't think you can because it's the unit, your unit value is 6. That's a max. You can't change the strength. That's the strength value. You can change the unit value, so I can't change that. All right, so that stays. We're going to deploy this tank, and then we are going to take a research token, and then everybody can move if they wish. So we're going to just move this guy right here. You know what? No, because he could move around. He could come over here, and then I can't. I need to build that wall right there. You can move 1. You can move 1. You can move 1. And we did this one. Okay. All right. see. We're in a 2. He needs money. He needs units out there, and I can't do either one of those. So I think we're just going to earn some money so he can conscript. That's it. He's going to earn $2 so that he can conscript next time some more units. He's not going to attack. If he goes here, he knows that guy's coming over and wiping him out. But all right. We did not do one of these. I think blue's about to getting real close to annihilation. Oh, actually, I need to keep going. That's right. I got to get back here. I don't know what I'm thinking. I should move this guy. So I need to do some advancements to get this guy because then I can get him back here. I do need to move these. I do need to be. Right now is a good time to. Okay, I forgot. I got to get these guys to the back. I'm just sitting here duking it out. All right, so it's my turn. I got double 5s, so I can just advance 2 units outside of their normal. So I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to advance him to here. He's gone and he becomes a 2. Okay. I'm going to advance this guy here. He's gone and he drops down to a 2 on top. Okay. And then everybody can now move 1 space. No, the light can move up to 2 spaces. So he can go there. That. I'm just going to move this guy up. Whoops, that was a 1 on top. I totally forgot I need to get back. I'm just sitting here fighting, defending the middle. Like, dude, I need to get over and do some stuff. Okay, so we didn't. Okay. Oh, he's got a sniper now that he could pull. All right, so he's spending the 2 to conscript more units. We could put a pretty good. I had to put a tank out there of 10 or 2 heavy units. We've got a tank coming at us. The heavy can still do damage. So both of these can do damage to the tank. I think we're just going to do this. We're going to just deploy them. So we're going to put, they want to block this guy from getting there and block that. And we're going to put 2 coins to bring 2 more units into the, oh, I forgot to do the sniper. Let me backtrack a bit. Let me put the 6 here, put the 4 up here. So we're going to do a d6 of damage. Oh, and I rolled a 6 to an enemy infantry unit. Oh, I didn't. So it's a sniper, so I guess I could do one of those as well if I want to take one of the 5s off, but I think I'm going to do that. I'm like, he's going to snipe at this guy. Okay, so he sniped. And he placed this guy here. I don't think it's smart. I think it's smart for him to sit here, but he could come up and then come over. He could even come. Well, if he comes over, he can come at him. I think I'd rather let the 2 get in instead of the tank. He goes there and he moves up. You can't move sideways. But all right, because we're on the advanced. I'm just going to advance right here to take him out, drop him down to a 4. He can still attack this guy. But he's probably going to come over and take him out anyways. But at least I get to put more people in front. Red will get to deploy more people in front. Okay. I think that's it. So 5 and a 2. Can't deploy either of those. But I can advance. I could just advance. Now, does that block the front line? Or I want to see, does that automatically put me back there? Or do I got to advance one more? A unit may advance behind your opponent's front line into an open space as they would any other space. You win the game. I think I just have to, I have to get one more. So he can't really stop me now because he can't move, he can't put anyone. I guess he could sabotage an enemy unit. No, or credit. It's an assignment space. He can only sabotage these. So, all right. And that's only, again, that's another sniper, but so that ended my turn. Okay, so it's back to him. He gets 3 now. That guy can probably take care of him. Probably needs to deploy this. He needs money to get more conscription. That's really a tough thing. Because he deploys here, not... You deploy to the front line, right? Not behind. You deploy to the front line, unless I've been doing this wrong. You do. I think you deploy to that front line. You deploy. When deploying an infantry unit, you may instead choose to place it on an open space behind any other one of your units on the field. Place it on an empty space on your front line. Oh, during the resolve. Okay, so yeah, take the unit assigned to the assignment space and place it on an empty space on your front line. Note, when deploying an infantry unit, you may instead choose to place it on an open space behind any other of your units on the field. Oh, I didn't know that. Okay, but those are infantry. Okay, so I could deploy like an infantry right here if I want. Okay, so it's my turn, right? Yeah, so I rolled my dice. So I could deploy him because I don't have a 2. Oh, I have a 2 out. I also have a 5 out. I can't deploy anything, but I could advance. That'll get him. Let's do 2 advances again, I guess. So we're gonna advance there. So I got 1 in. I can advance him there, and then I can now advance again. So I'm going to advance 1 more, so he can't attack me. He can advance, and he can advance. All right. Get rid of that. He can come at me with a sniper, so he could snipe this guy. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, shoot. Did I screw up? I think I did. I had these guys. I have to backtrack. So I have to backtrack. I had his stuff out. I didn't do anything. Okay, so I'm backing him up and him up. It's his turn. So he's going to deploy. He's going to put his 6 here. And then he's gaining $2. I totally skipped his turn. Sorry, dude. Okay. So Okay. Okay. Oh, shoot. Hold on. Oh, I could deploy those. See, now he's got me, but I could deploy these guys right behind him. They're infantry units. I can deploy them out there. When deploying an infantry unit, you should place it behind any open unit. So I could deploy one of these right behind him. And then move the other one in. So let's put him here. And let's move, or I could move him up. So he can't attack him. He can, but then he's going to take half his damage. So then he can still come in and maybe I can deploy another guy behind him. Or, oh, and I could do this one to snipe and see if I can snipe that guy. I'm going to see if I can snipe this 6. Ah, did 2 damage. So he's now a 4. So I advanced to this guy. He's going to take this guy. So if he attacks me, then he's definitely gone to 1. So, but I could move up there. We'll see. All right, so my turn is over. I'm down to 1. Okay, so he's got a 6 and a 1. He's going to try to conscript 2 more. He can put the 6 back out. And he can put a 1 out. I'm really not sure if that's going to help him at all. So he puts the 6 here. Oh, wait, I didn't refresh this. Let's see what comes up. Assign units. Then choose one of the results. All enemy units that match the chosen value are destroyed. Destroy. It's a mortar fire. Oh, destroy only the top unit of enemy armor divisions that match. Or choose an opponent. Choose one opponent in any order. Move all the units they own back 1 space towards their front line. If this causes an engagement, resolve it. Or forced retreat. Ooh. So, that's in there twice. So you can put both these there in any order. He's going to move all my units back 1 space. Then he can attack my... no, he still can't attack it, but it pushes everything back 1. I think that's what he's going to do. We're going to see. So that's what he's going to do on his turn. So he's conscripting 2 more people. Okay. And then he's doing this to push all my dudes back. I get a forced retreat of everybody. Okay. And that's all he's got. But now he's got some people there. Okay. Let's do something here. I have 1 to roll. I got no money. I could like to... really don't know what to do. So I think I'm just going to advance, put him in advance, I guess. Because again, these guys can't hurt me, but I could advance him and then take the normal and he'd be done. So there'd be 1 there. So we're going to advance him 1 space. Okay. And then we're going to deploy. So so now he's there and he can't be moved back. He can roll forward. He can roll forward. Okay. That's it for my turn. Okay. Place up to 3 minefields. He doesn't have any money. He can't use the minefield card at this point. The 5 can be deployed. 4 cannot, the 1 could. He could do a tank. I think he's going to do that. And then he's going to get $1, right? Or we could put 2 up there, roll the assigned units, then choose one of the results. Roll the assigned units. We're going to roll those. Choose one. All remaining units that match the chosen value are destroyed. 2, 3, 4, 6. He's basically going to destroy, but it's going to be the unit, not the whole. So, it wouldn't be this. He had to 1, 3, 5, or 6. You can destroy one of those. That might be a smarter move. Let's do this. Let's try that. So here he's going to get a credit, 1 credit. He's going to deploy his number 5 guy. I think we're going to put it here. And then he's going to, okay, so here we're going to use mortar fire. So he's going to roll these units. He's got a 3 and a 2. And then all enemy units that match the chosen value are destroyed. And I got to choose one of them. It's either 3 or 2. There is no 2 because that's already up. So the 3 is destroyed. So that was helpful to him. These go back. Okay. And then he can move forward, forward, forward. Okay. All right. I need some money. I need to conscript. So I have to do that. So get my coin. And or do I want to? If I do this on advance instead, then I could move him 1 space. And then when I'm moving everybody, I can move him 1 more and nobody can touch him right then. I could move there and move there. But I really need to get some more more peeps. 5, 1, and a 2. 1 and the 2 can be deployed. You could deploy this. Put right in front of me. And then he needs to conscript. And we're going to get another $1, right? We can place up to 3 mines for the $1 and a dice. And the mines could go like 1, 3. They could go right there. Maybe let's do that. See what happens. Okay, so he's going to deploy this guy right here. Then he's going to put mines surrounding one of his dudes. So he's going to go mine, mine, and a mine. I don't know how. Of course, then he can't move at all. So that's not helpful. It doesn't help because then he's stuck. He needs to be able to move forward or diagonally. I don't know if you can place a mine on your front line. I wouldn't think so because then you couldn't deploy yourself to it. I think he's going to take his coin back. Instead, we're going to use it again for conscription and $1 like we had. So he's going to conscript a unit and then gain $1 back. It's like a free guy. Okay. I don't see the advantage there of the minefield for him. All right, so I'm gonna finance for $1, I think. Or see, I think I'm gonna advance actually. So I'm gonna advance this guy right here diagonally. Actually, no, he's gonna go this way. Boop. And then I get to everybody moves forward one. That's it. I probably should have looked at that. 5 and a 2. Neither of those can get deployed. We can do advancements to try to get this 4 guy down there. So why don't we do that? We're going to stick this on 2 advance. So we're going to we're going to conscript. Okay, so we're going to get another dude, and he's going to advance twice this guy. 1, 2. Okay, then they can all move. So he's going to move his 1. He can't do anything here, but he can knock him down to 1. So he's going to come over here. He's destroyed. He goes to a 1. He can move up. And he can move up. Okay. Okay. I could snipe. I could try to snipe that guy, but I'm really not really too worried about it. I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm just gonna keep doing this. So I'm gonna go 1. So that's my 1 advancement, and then I'm gonna advance right here for this one, and then this guy can move. He can move over here, and then no one can attack him. I mean, it just seems to be the right logical thing. Reset this. Can't put a 5 or a 4 out. So this needs to be a 3 or higher. Get money. It's really all he can do. Well, he could advance. So let's advance. Let's advance twice and gain $1. So we're going to advance this guy twice. Gain a credit. Now they can normally move up by 1. They can't attack. So, all right. Blue's turn. All I need to do is advance. So we're going to use that advance and the normal movement. Whoops. That ends my turn. So I'm basically just about 1 here. My next turn will win it. So because I'll put advance again and put my 4th guy in there. So not much he can do at this point. He can't deploy the 5 or the 4. He can deploy a 3 right in front of me if he wants. Oops. I don't even know what number that was. Let's just do the advance because there's nothing, and we'll conscript. So I'm going to conscript to get another guy. He's going to advance twice. 1, 2. He's going to put 3 out here. Now everybody can move 1. So he got 1 in. He's going to move to this, and he's going to move there. So now he has the field hospital. So he can't attack the tank. There's nothing he can do about that. Oh, shoot. I still need to get a guy all the way. Oh, no, I just need this 1. That's it. So he can't attack me because it's a tank. So I got a 2. I'm going to put that on advance. There's my advance. And then I get to advance all units. And I got my 4 units behind the enemy line. So, all right. That's that. That clocked in at a long time. The game's like a 45-minute game, but again, it took just like an hour and a half video, right? But first time playing it, going back and forth to some of the rules till I understand it. I know I made a couple mistakes there, but I think overall I had a good playthrough of this. Again, if you were knowing, again, it's Dice Command. So this is it's not a very large game. It's actually a really good quality. Like all the components are really good. The cardboard, the cards are really nice. My tiles are. I saw other videos where like these were just cards, but these are like actual cardboard tiles. And again, you put your stuff, you put all these components. They go into these little 2 boxes, right? And they fit in this box. Everything fits in it. So really cool game. That was fun. I'm gonna get maybe I'll have Nick teach this to Nick. Due to the holidays, we haven't been able to get together, but we've been talking about getting back together to do another playthrough with Nick and I. So that should be coming up soon. But this was Dice Command, and I appreciate you guys liking. Please let me know any comments that you might have in the below. And be sure to subscribe to this Board Game Life so you don't miss a future episode. Thanks so much. Hope you guys have a great day.